Hello and welcome to New Story from Reddit. Enjoy watching. My mother-in-law has spent 5 years criticizing my cooking, but when she tried to humiliate me at a family dinner, I did something that left her embarrassed instead. Here's what happened. So, I've been with my husband for 7 years, married for 5, and from day one, his mom, let's call her Linda, has had a problem with my cooking. Every single family dinner, she has something to say. The chicken is too dry. This pasta is bland. You didn't season the vegetables enough. It doesn't matter what I make, Linda always finds fault. Meanwhile, she acts like her cooking is straight out of a Michelin star restaurant. Spoiler alert, it's not. But here's the thing. My husband loves my cooking. His siblings love my cooking. Even his dad compliments my food and asks for recipes. The only person with a problem? Linda. Last week, we had a big family dinner at Linda's house. I brought a lasagna, homemade, from scratch, the same recipe that won me compliments from everyone except Linda. We're all sitting around the table, having a nice time, when Linda suddenly stands up and makes an announcement. She says, "You know what? I think it's time we settle this once and for all. I challenge you, pointing at me, to a cook-off. Right here, right now. We'll both make the same dish, and the family will vote on whose is better." The entire table goes silent. Everyone staring at me, waiting to see what I'll say. And honestly, I was done. So I looked Linda straight in the eye and said, "No, I'm not doing that." You should have seen her face. She was not expecting that response. She goes, "What? Are you scared you'll lose?" And I said, "No, Linda. I'm refusing because this is ridiculous. I don't need to prove anything to you. Everyone at this table, except you, enjoys my cooking. Your opinion is the only one that matters to you, and frankly, I don't care about it anymore." Well, Linda did not like that. She starts going off about how I'm disrespectful and can't handle criticism, and how I'm too sensitive. But then, and this is where it gets good, my husband's brother jumps in. He says, "Mom, honestly, her cooking is great. You're the only one who complains." Then my sister-in-law adds, "Yeah, I literally asked her for her lasagna recipe last month." Even my father-in-law, who usually stays out of drama, looks at Linda and says, "Honey, maybe you should just let it go." But does Linda back down? Of course not. She turns to me and says, "Well, if your cooking is so good, why are you afraid to prove it?" So I took a deep breath and said, "Fine. You want the truth? Here's why I won't do your little cook-off. Because it's not about the food. This is about you needing to feel superior. You can't handle that. People genuinely like my cooking, so you constantly tear it down. And honestly, Linda, I've tasted your food. It's fine. It's perfectly average. But you act like you're Gordon Ramsay when really you just add too much salt and call it seasoning." The room went dead silent. Linda's face turned bright red. My husband was trying not to laugh. His siblings were wide-eyed. Linda sputtered for a second, then said, "How dare you speak to me like that in my house?" And my husband, bless him, finally spoke up. He said, "Mom, she's right. You've been doing this for years. It's not constructive criticism, it's just mean. And I'm tired watching you make my wife feel bad for something everyone else enjoys." At this point, Linda was outnumbered. Her own kids were agreeing with me. Her husband was nodding along. She had no leg to stand on. She tried to storm off dramatically, but then realized it was her house, and she couldn't really go anywhere. So instead, she just sat back down and refused to talk for the rest of dinner. Which, honestly, made it the most peaceful family meal we've had in years. Now, a few days later, my husband is getting calls from his mom demanding that I apologize. She's saying I humiliated her in front of the family and that I disrespected her in her own home. But here's my thing. She's been humiliating me for 5 years. She's been disrespecting me at every dinner. I just finally stood up for myself. My husband is backing me up completely. He told his mom that if she wants an apology, she needs to apologize to me first for 5 years of constant criticism. His siblings have been texting me saying things like, "About time someone said it, and mom needed to hear that." So, am I the jerk? Part of me feels bad because I know I embarrassed her in front of her family. But another part of me thinks she's been doing that to me for half a decade. I didn't insult her cooking to be mean. I said it to make a point, that she's not some culinary expert who gets to judge everyone, and her constant criticism says more about her than it does about my food. Maybe I could have handled it more privately. Maybe I could have been more diplomatic. But honestly, I'm tired of being diplomatic with someone who's never shown me any grace. So, what do you think? Was I wrong to refuse the cook-off and call her out, or did she have it coming? Let me know in the comments below. Team me or team mother-in-law? Drop a blue heart if you think I was right, or a red heart if you think I went too far. And if you've dealt with a toxic mother-in-law, share your story. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.